All right, welcome back. I got a bike story. Not gross, but it is kind of funny. Okay, well, funny is a relative word. Funny to us. We ran a task force, and we're looking for some murderers that were murdering ladies, prostitutes, and so that's what we do, obviously. So we set up a task force. So basically, we had a lady officer on the curve, two guys to cover her in the dark. We had a plane car right next to the curve to come out and arrest him, whoever pulls up to solicit her. And then we had a black and white, motor officers behind them that come around if the car pulls away. The motor officers stop it as a legal stop, and then the plainclothes guys take them into custody. It was all orchestrated. Okay. That's kind of too technical, but anyway, bottom line is we're arresting a lot of people. I think in somewhere around 4 hours, we pushed like 60 people. Unbelievable. All males, of course. We're switching with female officers all the time. Everything's on tape. The guy's got it. There's a van sitting right up, kitty corner from there. Everything's being recorded. So it's a lot of manpower here, a lot of manpower. So when you take them off the street, you have to bring the car around back. That's what the plainclothes do. They drive his car to this big, huge parking lot behind a business. The suspect's taken with the other officers, and they take him to a huge van. It's not even call it a van. It's a big wagon. It's a processing wagon. They have fingerprints, photographs, all going on there. And then they have another van. Once they're done doing this, they put them in the van. They take them over to the jail. Okay, a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of moving parts. A lot of officers. Now they don't have the guts to do it anymore. They don't want to do it. They want to go wave at people, be touchy-feely. Okay, but in those days, the reason why we're out there is because we want to get fingerprints on every single arrestee, because maybe you could match it to the murder. Ultimately, they did months down the road. Okay, so let me tell you two little stories in here. Okay, so I'm in the processing part. I'm not in the undercover part. I'm there when they bring them in. We're going to process them. We're going to fingerprint them, take photos of them, write down the information, and then put them in the van. So one of the ones they bring over is this huge 325-pound man. Okay, he solicited a female officer for sex. Okay, so they get him out of the police car, and they walk him over to us. And got a lot of officers that are kind of cold-blooded guys. And he's standing there, this guy, and he's handcuffed, of course, several handcuffs because he can't put his hands behind his back. And he's got a hold of the leash, and there's a little dog about this big. Okay, it wasn't a Chihuahua, just like a little furry thing. And so we're telling him what's going to happen. I'm explaining to him, that you're going to be processed and all that. And then I'm looking at this dog, and dogs and children are the worst for officers because you have to do something with them. The children, you have to put them in a home. It takes paperwork. The dogs, you have to call the dog people, and then sometimes they get overzealous at the dog pound, they kill them. They euthanize them, and you try to tell them, don't do it, because the guy's in jail. They'll come and get the dog, and they get crazy because they don't have any room. And next thing you know, the guy goes to get his dog, and it's dead. But that's not right. Okay, well anyway, so we had to struggle with that during the 70 days with the dog people, because they would do that. Come on. Okay. Anyway, so there's a dog there. He stands next to the guy. So I'm looking around doing stuff. And there's other officers that are more senior than me. Some of them, remember now, we're dealing with human beings. So some officers are, crotchety old guys, even though they're only 30 years old. Some guys are nice. Some guys are in between. I'm a kind of in between. I deal with, somebody's mad at me, I get mad at them. Somebody talks funny to me, throws F-bombs, or has a cleft lip, I respond accordingly on RealCopStoryVideos.com. There's a story in there that I'm sure you'll enjoy it, unless you're Stacy Keach, which you will not enjoy it, okay? Anyway. So, I should have said that name, but that's all right. He's a public person. So we're standing there talking, right? So I go, hey Sarge, what do I do? What are we going to do with this dog? And here you got this man standing there, that's his baby. And so one officer walks by, let's just kill it. And the guy faints. He falls over, he just goes down. Well, it wasn't a real faint, because most people, when they faint forward. He fainted backwards, which, you learn that really fast, But he faked that he fainted. I don't know. He didn't. He just fell down screaming, okay? And he's laying there like he's out. We run over and we go, "Why do you say that for?" And of course he's laughing, walking away. And so this poor dog just sitting there by his master. So he's laying there and, "Get up, sir, get up. You're going to kill my dog." "No, we're not going to kill your dog. Shut up." "Oh my God. Just calm down," okay? So I'm the one that's calming him down, which is really weird. I said, "Just calm down." I went, okay. So then I started, and I was thinking, well, we can use this against him. Because he was kind of like, I don't want to have my picture taken. I don't want to have my fingerprints taken. You're going to have to. So I go, okay, we're going to take your picture. "Well, I don't want my picture taken." "Well, you know what's going to happen if you take your picture." Okay. So I'm using this horrible thing this other officer did to get what I need, okay? I'm Psychology 1A here, okay? So take him over to the photo thing. You're going to take a picture? "Yes, sir." Stand there, like he's working a photo shoot, Side, he's happy. Like, I'm gonna take your fingerprints. He goes, well, I go, okay. He was so worried about his friggin' dog. In the meantime, someone called the animal control people, so it takes a while to do this guy, because he's not the first one in line. There's other people ahead of him, so maybe an hour went by the time I actually got to him. So now I'm taking his fingerprints. We had to do it ourselves, and so we do that, and then, okay, that's good. So here comes the animal control. So they got a sheet for him, his little slip, to make sure they know who's who, and it's his dog. And did you take care of my dog? I said, yeah. And then, of course, now I'm trying to be the nice guy. And now I'm pointing. I winked at the animal control guy, so this guy couldn't see me. And I said, now you take care of that dog. I'm winking my eye. Well, nothing happened to that dog. You got that right? And then he goes, yes, sir, officer. Okay, so I gave him the leash, and then as he turns away, he looks at me and he just smiles and off the wings. I wanted the guy to know that we are going to take care of the dog, but I wanted to show him that since he helped me with the photo and the fingerprints, that I'm a nice guy. Okay, so that's fine. That story was nice. That was complete. An hour later, I'm out there doing something. I go to lunch, I come back, and they're still bringing bodies in. This constant, I mean, about every 8 minutes, a body comes in, because she's sat on the corner, they pull up, they grab, they put her in the back. Almost as soon as they're getting him out of there, she's on the corner. Here comes another car. I mean, this is Hollywood, man. It's a constant. We even had one, I'll tell a story later on, where there's a car talking to her, and we're arresting him. I'm getting sidetracked here. And as we're arresting him with uniformed officers, another car pulls up and gives her a solicitation through the window while she's standing watching the first arrest. Yeah, that's another story altogether. I'll give you that one later. Okay. Yeah, it's just amazing, because men only think with one thing. We all know what it is, guys, right? They only think with one thing. Okay. Anyway, back to the stories. So now there's a guy in a business suit, and he brought his car back, and it was a convertible Jag. This guy was a highfalutin businessman. You know, when I see manicured and enameled nails, I figure the guy's got his act together, or at least he got a lot of money. So I'm working with another guy from another division I've known. This guy ultimately went to SWAT. He was a sniper, tough guy, officer. So I'm the processing guy. So I tell this businessman, I'll call him a businessman, we're going to take your photograph and your fingerprints. He goes, no, you're not. I'm thinking, oh, okay, because sometimes we have to grab the guy's head, you know, because he doesn't want to hold it steady. I mean, you know, that kind of thing. And so he goes, no, we are going to take, no, you're not. So this other guy comes up, the other officer, and he goes, what did he say? I said, he says we're not going to let him take his fingerprints or a picture. Oh, really? Okay, so he goes, well, I'll take a walk with him. Okay, so he takes the guy's handcuffed, he takes him off, and he's walking over here, and he only goes like 20 feet away. He's talking to this guy. So I'm looking over, because, you know, this is the guy I'm supposed to process. So I'm watching the guy, and the suspect goes from this to this. I'm going, whoa. Wonder what he told him. So we come back, and the officer tells the businessman, tell the officer, sir, I'm ready to take my photograph. I'm ready for fingerprints. Well, that's weird. I didn't see any beating. I didn't see any, nothing. I thought, okay, well, maybe this guy's a psychologist, gift of gab, who knows? So I take the photograph. I fingerprint him. He thanks me. Now remember, he was arrogant, rich man. I ain't talking to no police officers, okay, below me. And now he's like, yes, sir, no, sir, no problem, okay. I take him over to the van, and thank you very much, put him in the van, and I walk back, and we're waiting for the next body. What'd you tell him, man? He goes, oh, nothing. I said, what'd you tell him? He goes, I told him that I'm carrying a nightstick, and that if he didn't take his photo or fingerprints, I would stick it so far up his butt, the top of the nightstick would stick out his mouth. And I'm looking at him like, okay. That's pretty good. He goes, and this officer was dead ass serious, man. Pardon my French. He looked at me with a dead stare. He just walked away, and I went, and I know this guy. I knew him later. I knew him before. This guy's tough, man. Vietnam vet, Army Ranger. This guy's nasty. And so I'm going, whoa. And so that was that one. I just kind of went, well, I didn't say it. I had nothing to do with this guy. I just did my job, and he was very docile. I think he figured I'm talking to the wrong guy. Talking to me, I'm just like, oh, you need to do this. No, he got the wrong guy. So anyway, that's my story, and pretty good. Two good little capers there within the story. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.